Hey guys, this is another video. It's like another major milestone. Like there was a video with me. I think I did a video about it telling you all about how I got my license. And then there was the one where I showed you this car that I have, which we don't technically own, but what do we own at this point? Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here even though it's really cold outside and tell you what's going on. This is really actually a pretty good thing to do because I won't ramble on because it's really cold outside. Anyway, what's going on is I don't know if I know I've talked about it before. I've been looking for a job. I've applied to a bunch of different places, and either they've told me they have a different person or they just don't contact me at all. So I went and applied for a job at Wendy's, and I went to the interview and it went well, and they said they'd have a second interview and then I'd find out if I was going to be hired. So I go there, and then they tell me I need to come back the next day and talk to someone else that wasn't the person they told me to ask for. So I go outside, and then I remember I need to know what time I need to be there tomorrow. So I go back in and ask them about that. And they say they might be able to get me in that day because the person was talking to somewhere. I don't know what was going on. But they did get me in that day. And it was kind of it was like the same thing. But instead of knowing if I was going to be hired or not, they're like, oh, they're going to look at more applications and we'll call you if we need you, which they won't, and they didn't. So that it was really a letdown because they got me all excited about it, and then it was really nothing to be excited about in the end. So a few days later, I get an email from a McDonald's in a little town right next to my town I'm in right now. I'm closer to that McDonald's than the one in my town. So I get an email from them. It's basically just advertising, hey, we're hiring and you get a free meal every shift and whatever, everything else. So I put in yet another application for there because I've done that before. And they contact me and say they want an interview and I should bring all my stuff, like my identification stuff, by the way. So I come in there for an interview, and it goes well, and they give me these papers, and they say I'm going to start on the 1st, which is 2 days from now, by the way. So that's another major milestone. I got my license, I got a car, I got a job. I wonder what's next. Anyway, I have a cat, I have a Uma, and tomorrow, if everything goes well, which usually it does, I don't want to ramble on about that, but me and Bush Baby are going to go see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Obviously, we can't record that, but I might talk about it in a video about how it went. Because, I've never made a video about it, like, back in the golden era. I never talked about it. I only talked about the FNAF 4 and the FNAF World teasers. But I did know it existed. I just never talked about it. Some new viewers, you probably don't know what I'm even talking about, but if you sort by oldest, maybe you'll figure it out. So that's about it. The final episode of the Uma Show is coming soon. Not this month, but in November, because it's still October. And that's it. Here's Uma.